Welcome to another video of Food Nourish Deep Dives, the videocast of foodnourish.net, where we explore topics like health, food, supplements, and alternative approaches to health and wellness. Today, we're digging into an ancient herb that's making some serious waves in the modern world, Cistanche tubulosa.
So if you've heard of Cistanche, especially in any biohacking circles, it's pretty much always talked about as a testosterone booster or something for libido. And look, that's not totally off base, but it's a really narrow way of looking at what this herb can actually do.
Yeah, this quote from our source material just nails it. That framing, focusing only on libido, it completely misses the bigger picture. So for the next few minutes, let's push past all that surface level hype and see what's really going on under the hood. We're going to explore what actually makes Cistanche work, what the science says it can do for your body and your brain, and then, if you decide it's for you, how to actually use it the right way. So to really get a handle on Cistanche, we have to look past the hype. The real magic isn't in the raw plant itself. Nope, it's all about a few very specific active compounds inside. The secret sauce is in these molecules right here, phenylethanoid glycosides, or you can just call them PHGs for short. Now, out of all of them, there are two that do most of the heavy lifting. First up, you've got echinacoside. That's the one that gets involved with hormonal and brain pathways. And then there's acteoside, which is a really potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. These are the names you absolutely need to remember.
Okay, this is a super important point. You'll see two main species out there. On the right, Cistanche deserticola. That stuff is wild, it's been over-harvested, and it's actually a protected species, which means the supply is just all over the place. But on the left, you've got Cistanche tubulosa. This one is cultivated, it's sustainable, and that means you get a much more predictable and potent product. For supplements, tubulosa is the one you want, hands down.
And this number really just says it all. According to the official Chinese pharmacopoeia standards, which is kind of like their FDA for herbs, Cistanche tubulosa is required to have a minimum concentration of these active compounds that is 5 times higher than Cistanche desertolica. That's not a small difference. That is a massive gap in potency.
All right, so now that we know what makes Cistanche powerful, let's get into the fun part. What can those compounds actually do for you, according to the science?
So when it comes to hormones, here's the key thing to understand. Cistanche isn't just dumping testosterone into your body. Instead, it works with your body's own natural factory. Think of it like a production manager for the enzymes in your testes, telling them to get better and more efficient at their job of turning cholesterol into testosterone. It's all about supporting your system, not replacing it.
And to put a number on it, there was a key study on rats that found a C. tubulosa extract led to a 1.5-fold increase in testosterone levels. And this wasn't just some random fluke. It was directly tied to that boost in those steroid-producing enzymes we just talked about. But the benefits go way beyond hormones. Cistanche has some really profound effects on the brain. For one, it boosts things like BDNF. You can think of that as being like fertilizer for your brain cells, helping them grow and make new connections. It also gently slows down MAOB, which is an enzyme that breaks down dopamine, one of our main feel-good neurotransmitters. Put that together and you get better brain protection and potentially a nice lift in focus and mood.
And this is where it gets really cool. Cistanche also works through the gut-brain axis. You know, that superhighway of communication between your gut and your brain? Studies are showing it can help rebalance your gut bacteria, and in turn, that leads to more serotonin and BDNF up in the brain. In studies with stressed-out rats, the mood-lifting effects were actually comparable to the antidepressant fluoxetine. It's just an amazing reminder of how connected everything in our body really is.
And finally, Cistanche seems to have a real role in healthy aging. It can support an aging immune system, that process called immunosenescence, where our defenses just kind of weaken over time. It helps promote bone density, which is obviously huge as we get older, and it even turns on protective pathways in the liver, which can help shield it from damage, say from social drinking. It's really a multi-pronged approach to long-term wellness.
Before we jump into how to actually use Cistanche, just a quick note for you. If you're looking to build out your own wellness toolkit, you should definitely head over to foodnourish.net/deals. That's where you'll find all the latest wellness and supplement deals from major brands we trust, like Perpetual Life, iHerb, Source Naturals, Nootropics Depot, and Bioptimizers. We keep that page constantly updated so you can find great stuff at the best prices. The link is right down in the description for you.
All right, let's get practical. Knowing all these benefits is great, but how do you actually use this stuff correctly? Because with supplements, believe me, the details matter a lot.
If you only remember one thing from this whole section, make it this quote right here. Standardization matters more than total milligrams. Seriously, it doesn't matter if a bottle says it has 1,000 milligrams if none of it is the active compounds we've been talking about. You have to look for a standardized extract.
So here it is, your shopping checklist. First, make sure the species is tubulosa. Second, look for the word extract, not just powder. And this is the big one. The label must say that it's standardized to a minimum of 10% echinacoside and at least 1 to 3% acteoside. If you don't see those percentages, you are flying blind and just guessing at the quality. Let's look at 3 real-world examples from the source article. You can see Doublewood and Nutricost both offer a 500 milligram dose at that 10% echinacoside standard, which is perfect for performance goals. But then look at Life Extension. The dose is lower, but the standardization is way higher at 22%. They're really targeting those immune and longevity benefits. This just shows you how reading the label lets you match the product to what you actually want to achieve.
All right, on to our final section. We're going to talk about how to combine Cistanche with other supplements for even better results. And of course, what you need to know about safety. So Cistanche plays really well with others. For testosterone support, stacking it with Tongkat Ali and zinc is a fantastic combo because each one works on a slightly different pathway to get to that same goal. And for cognition, pairing it with something like lion's mane and pregnenolone can give you really well-rounded support for brain health and memory.
Now, in terms of safety, Cistanche is generally really well tolerated. The most common thing people report is some mild digestive upset, which makes sense because it's traditionally used as a gentle laxative. The one major thing to be aware of is that it can relax your blood vessels, which might lower your blood pressure a bit. So if you're already on blood pressure medication, you absolutely need to talk to your doctor before you even think about using it.
So let's wrap this all up. The big takeaway here is this. Cistanche is not just a libido supplement. It's a true multi-system support tool, a real adaptogen that helps your body handle stress by supporting your hormonal, neurological, and immune systems all at the same time. It helps you build resilience from a whole bunch of different angles.
Which really leaves us with one last question to think about. In our crazy, high-stress modern world, could this ancient herb be a key tool for building your own modern resilience? The science is definitely pointing towards some pretty exciting possibilities.
To really dig into all the details, you can find the link to the full resource article we used for this explainer right in the description below. If you found this valuable, please do us a favor and like this explainer. It really helps us grow our channel and keep delivering these deep dives. And of course, make sure you subscribe so you never miss another one. Thanks for joining us.